Welcome to Little English Studio, where history, culture, and the wonders of our world come alive through English storytelling. If you love exploring amazing places while improving your English, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Today, we embark on a journey deep into the heart of ancient China to uncover one of the greatest archaeological mysteries of all time, the Mausoleum of Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of China. Imagine standing in the rolling plains of Shanxi province, near the modern city of Xi'an. The air is dry, the soil is a pale brown, and farmers have tilled this land for centuries. To the untrained eye, it looks like ordinary countryside. But beneath the surface lies one of humanity's most astonishing creations, the burial complex of China's first emperor, Qin Shi Huang. This is no ordinary tomb. It is a sprawling underground city, guarded by thousands of life-sized clay warriors, with chambers said to hold palaces, treasures, and even rivers of flowing mercury. For over 2,000 years, the central tomb has remained sealed, untouched by archaeologists, waiting silently beneath a massive earthen mound. The Mausoleum of Qin Shi Huang is not only a story of death, but also of ambition, power, and the human desire to achieve immortality. To understand it, we must first travel back over 2,000 years to meet the man who ordered its creation, Qin Shi Huang himself. Qin Shi Huang, born as Wang Zheng in 259 BCE, entered a world of chaos. At the time, China was not one unified empire, but a patchwork of 7 rival kingdoms, each fighting for dominance in what historians call the Warring States period. From the age of 13, Zheng inherited the throne of the Qin state, one of the most militarized and disciplined of the kingdoms. Through ruthless wars, brilliant strategy, and sheer determination, he gradually defeated all 6 rival states. By 221 BCE, at just 38 years old, he had accomplished the impossible, unifying China for the first time in history. To mark this achievement, he took a new title, Qin Shi Huang, meaning First Emperor of Qin. But his ambition did not stop at political unification. Qin Shi Huang standardized the writing system, weights and measures, and even the width of cart axles so that roads could be uniform across the empire. He ordered the construction of massive infrastructure projects, including roads, canals, and fortifications, the most famous being the early foundations of what later became the Great Wall of China. Yet behind these monumental achievements was a ruler consumed by fear of death. He sought immortality through elixirs, magic, and medicine, sending expeditions across seas to find the mythical islands of immortals. When all else failed, he turned to the one thing he could control, a tomb so magnificent, so secure, that it would preserve his legacy for eternity. According to the records of the grand historian written by Sima Qian a century later, construction of Qin Shi Huang's mausoleum began as soon as he became king of Qin, at the age of 13. Imagine that, a boy barely in his teens, already planning his own eternal resting place. The project was colossal. Over 700,000 workers, soldiers, conscripts, craftsmen, and slaves were mobilized to build it. The site was chosen at the foot of Mount Li, rich in underground water and minerals, a place believed to have spiritual significance. The design of the mausoleum mirrored the empire itself. It was not just a tomb, but an underground replica of his kingdom. The emperor would continue to rule even in death, surrounded by everything he might need: palaces, treasures, officials, concubines, entertainers, and most famously, an entire army of terracotta soldiers to guard him against enemies in the afterlife. The central burial chamber, according to ancient records, was engineered with unimaginable detail. The roof was said to be studded with precious gems to resemble the night sky. The floor was designed with rivers and seas of mercury, representing China's great waterways. Crossbows and traps were allegedly installed to shoot intruders who dared to enter. For over 3 decades, work on the mausoleum continued, fueled by the labor of countless men and women. By the time of Qin Shi Huang's death in 210 BCE, the tomb was still unfinished, but already so vast that it became one of the largest burial complexes ever built on Earth. Perhaps the most famous part of the mausoleum is the Terracotta Army, discovered more than 2,000 years later. This vast collection of clay warriors, horses, and chariots was buried in pits around the central tomb to serve as eternal guardians. What makes them extraordinary is their individuality. Over 8,000 soldiers have been unearthed so far, each with unique facial features, hairstyles, and expressions. Some are young, with smooth faces. Others are older, with wrinkles and mustaches. Their armor, posture, and rank are carefully sculpted, reflecting the organization of a real army. Archaeologists believe the Terracotta Army was arranged in precise military formation. Infantry, cavalry, archers, and charioteers were positioned strategically, as if ready for battle. The attention to detail extended even to their weapons. Real bronze swords, spears, and crossbows were buried with them, some preserved so well that they remained sharp after 2 millennia. But why create such an army out of clay? The answer lies in the emperor's fear of enemies beyond death. He had conquered many kingdoms and killed countless rivals. He feared revenge in the afterlife. By surrounding himself with an immortal army, he believed he could continue his rule and protect himself for eternity. The Terracotta Army is only a fraction of the Mausoleum complex, yet it already gives us a glimpse into the scale of Qin Shi Huang's ambition. What, then, lies within the unopened central tomb? That is the question that haunts archaeologists to this day. Thank you for joining Little English Studio on this journey into the past. We hope you enjoyed discovering the wonders of Qin Shi Huang's mausoleum and the incredible Terracotta Army. If you'd like to keep exploring amazing places, cultures, and stories from around the world while improving your English, don't forget to like this video to support our channel, subscribe for more fascinating stories, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an episode. This is Little English Studio, where history and language come alive. See you in the next story.